Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings of Bermuda, the taste of Bermuda.
Today on Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, we visit a golf club that boasts the men's U.S. Mid-Amateur Champion in 2017 and now the 2018 Women's Mid-Amateur Champion. We'll take a look at the historic Massachusetts Mid-Amateur Championship, and we'll meet two high schoolers who got aces outside the classroom. We'll update you on the Goslings Invitational that is about to take place in Bermuda. Plus, we'll get an update from the Champions Tour event from Boca Raton. And a once-in-a-lifetime fall trip to a top 100 golf course. All that and more next. Hi, and welcome to Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm your host, Meredith Gorman. The Goslings Invitational has been taking place on the island of Bermuda for over 50 years, and it continues to be as popular as ever. Recently, we spoke with tournament director Robbie Thompson for an update on the 2018 version of this professional and amateur event.
Our goal is to host 51 professional players and 51 amateur players right here on the island at Port Royal Golf Club and Belmont Hills. Looking forward to a strong amateur field this year, vying for world amateur ranking points. Our first and second place finishers last year moved up 391 spots in world amateur ranking points. So there's a huge bump for them, and it really entices a lot of these nationally ranked players to come to Bermuda and play in this championship.
You know, the Goslings family gets behind this tournament, has done for more than 50 years. We're very proud of Bermuda. We love to show off the spirit of Bermuda, get the pun. Yeah, with Goslings rums, but also the friendly spirit of Bermuda from the Bermudian people who just love to have visitors come down and experience a little bit of paradise. And the golf is great. The courses will be in tremendous shape. Both at Belmont Hills and Port Royal Golf Course. It's following on the heels of what I would consider probably the #1 Goslings Invitational from last year. The 2017 was tremendous. The weather was great. It was operated so beautifully with the help of our tournament director, Robbie Thompson, and the NEPGA that assisted him. But this year, it's looking to probably be even better than that. I mean, the quality of players, both on the pro side and on the amateur side, is incredible. We have Matt Parziale, who was just low amateur at the U.S. Open at Shinnecock. Incredible. He's our defending amateur champion. Herbie Akins, who made the finals of the Mass Am this year. We have Jason Thresher, who won the Mass Open for a third straight year, and I think that's never been done before. So it's just incredible. Plus, there's a slew of others.
We're looking forward to an increased purse this year for the professionals, thanks to our partners, Bermuda Tourism, Gosling Castle Partners, and Cobra Puma Golf. 2018 Goslings Invitational is just going to build on what was already a very successful tournament before we took it over, and a successful year that we had in 2017. We're just going to keep building along with the NEPGA that handles the operations, myself, and our team here on island. We look forward to a fantastic championship this year.
Thanks, Robbie. The last 13 months have been a whirlwind at a club outside of Boston in Brockton, Massachusetts, Thorny Lea. It is the home of the reigning U.S. Women's Mid-Amateur Champion and the 2017 Men's Mid-Amateur Champion. We sat down with them both to discuss their success.
Someone asked me in an interview just after the U.S. Mid-Am, said, "What's in the water at Thorny Lea?" I said, "I don't know what it is, but it's good, whatever it is." Because the competitiveness here, you see players who've succeeded in the past, and to try to just, when I started playing competitive golf, it was just to try to compete. Never thought I'd ever win a tournament my entire life when I first started. Just to have fun, compete, have a chance. And then you see guys around here that are winning all the time, and you look and you try to emulate what they do and
part of the reason I came here is because I knew of all the past champions that came here, and you want to get better at golf. You want to surround yourself with good players, and even if you're not a good player, you're just a fun person that loves golf, and that's kind of what Thorny Lee entails with all the people, all the members and people that belong here. Perfect timing, when I came in last year that, Matt kind of went on his run in the summer, and then I kind of, duplicated that this year, which was great.
Other than making the putt on Friday at the US Open to guarantee myself to play the weekend, that was the second best moment of 2018 for me, was that first tee shot at Augusta where, you know what, it was just playing here at Thorny Lee in the club championship.
Yeah, I think just, talking to Matt and just, what he was feeling, what, just kind of the week went by, went like when he was there. And I think just it's really like the little things that kind of add up with people who maybe haven't played. And this will be my first, I never went professional when I was done with school, so this will be my first professional event. And you get to play in your first professional event as a major. That's pretty good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting there and playing. Luckily, I'll get to play in the US 4 ball. That's like a month ahead of that. So get some rust hopefully knocked off and be able to play a few other tournaments. But yeah, it's nice to have Matt here and just to be, a nice sounding board with what will go on that week.
So I'd say this started a long time before Shannon and I came around.
Right.
This doesn't happen without the past players, not only national but local. And that's where I learned all this from. Some of the best players in the history of Massachusetts have come from Thorny Lee. And these are people I've looked up to since I've been 12 years old when I first joined here, started working in the bag room. You can't make it up.
Congratulations to you both, Shannon and Matt. Next, we meet two high schoolers who got aces outside of the classroom, and we go to Boca Raton, Florida to talk about the Champions Tour when Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues. Welcome back to Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm Meredith Gorman. A hole-in-one is a rarity on the golf course, so when it happens twice in one day, that is something. We met two high schoolers who did it in a school match.
So it was an important match. We were playing Milton that day. It was kind of towards the end of the season, and it was a league match, so it had significance in terms of getting us into the state championship. And I think we were down maybe 2 shots at that point, and so I got my hole-in-one, and that put us pretty much all square, and then Pete got his 2 holes later, so that put us up in the match, and we ended up winning, so it's pretty important. So it was the 4th hole. I had 152 yards, and it was a little bit into the wind, and it was a little bit wet out, so I knew the ball would probably spin a good amount. So I hit a knockdown 8-iron, and it kind of stayed under the wind a little bit. I knew it was a good shot when I hit it, but I actually told it to sit. I thought it would just be a little bit too much, and it ended up catching the slope on the back of the green, and it spun back about 10 feet, a little bit to the right, and dropped right in.
One of the other groups that came around, I was going to check in on them, see how they're doing. The first thing I was going to ask, did you hear about Sean's hole-in-one? Before I could say anything, one of the players comes up to me and says, did you hear about Pete's hole-in-one?
We were playing in the same group, and then when he got it, we went up for a chest bump, just all celebration, and then 2 holes later, I got one. It was kind of similar because we both spun them back right in, and we were just laughing. The competitors were also in shock because I think one kid said he never even saw a hole-in-one before, so for him to see 2 in one group is wild.
The next day we played at the Bay State tournament at President's down in Quincy, and I happened to be with the Milton coach again. We were just kind of walking the grounds, making sure kids are getting off, and he just looks at his phone and a text, and he said, the Newton kid did it again.
This time on the 4th hole, it was downhill 170, and I hit a 6-iron, and I landed right past the hole and spun back and went in.
And I was dumbfounded. I happened to bump into Pete after, and I said, you're getting quite a reputation. It's going to be hard for you to play golf and people expect you to make hole-in-ones every par 3.
Great job, guys. Tournament director Ed Carboni has an impressive resume of tournaments that he has managed, including the WGC event at Doral and the 2017 U.S. Senior Open. Ed is now running the Boca Raton Championship, and there is a lot of breaking news for this popular Champions Tour event.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Steve Icardi. I'm the executive producer for the television show Golf Destination. And joining me via Skype from beautiful Boca Raton, Florida, Eddie Carboni, tournament director of the Boca Raton Championship. Thanks for joining us, Eddie.
My pleasure, Stevie.
Eddie, this is your second year at the Boca Raton Championship. Last year was kind of, you came straight off the heels of the U.S. Senior Open at Salem Country Club, where you were the tournament director as well. And it was kind of you had to make it really a community event, which you did successfully. Tell me a little bit about the Boca Raton Championship and what your plans are moving forward.
Well, last year was great. Senior Open up in Boston, awesome place to be, Salem Country Club. And then had the good fortune to come down here and work with the good folks at the old course at Broken Sound, which is a great test of golf, one of the favorite golf courses of the PGA Tour Champions players. It's the first event of the year. This year will be February 4 through 10. And it's really a community partnership. We look forward to a new title sponsor that we've secured and will be announcing closer to the dates of the Boca Raton Championship. That'll be a 3-year partner, an entity that's been in this community for more than 20 years doing business, actually got its roots back in Boca Raton. So we're super excited about the partnership and continuing this wonderful community tradition down here in South Florida.
With the new sponsor coming on and with the Boca Raton Championship, where's the best place to find you online to learn more information about tickets and sponsorships?
Yeah, so BocaRatonChampionship.com is our website. We will remain the Boca Raton Championship right up until championship week, and then we'll unveil the new sponsor and the new look and feel for the championship at that time. On there, you can find out information about our Pro-Ams, which we still have some limited spots available. And then our tickets are very affordable. We basically are at $30 for a grounds ticket. Kids 18 and under get in free. And we even let some folks in Boca Raton, not that there's many of those folks down here, that are 70 and older, also get in free admission compliments of the city of Boca Raton to the Boca Raton Championship.
Talk to me a little bit about the golf course itself. I mean, what kind of course, how would you best explain the course itself? Is it very demanding? Are the scores? Do guys make a lot of birdies? Is it tough? You tell me. I never played it.
So the golf course, the old course at Broken Sound, is a Gene Bates design from the early 1970s. It was the first golf course to ever be built within an industrial park. So the interesting thing is there's no homes in the golf course. So unlike a lot of golf courses that have championships, really it's just about golf. It's a beautiful fast track, not a long golf course. Last year on PGA Tour Champions, we had 5 out of the top 30 holes for difficulty. Scoring, though, there's lots of birdie opportunities as well. The finish is particularly good where you've got probably the hardest hole in the golf course, playing into an east wind typically, is the 15th hole, par 4. Then a wonderful over water par 3, another tough par 4 on 17. And then 18 actually plays as it's par 5, but it plays on the shorter side. So 2 years ago when Scotty McCarron won, he made eagle. It's a great fan viewing course as well. We have about 5 greens right by the clubhouse, so you can bounce around and check out the 7th hole where the players often are driving that club with a 3-wooder driver. And parking's super convenient, very cost effective. It's really a tremendous experience whether you want to watch golf or get a chance to play in one of these Pro-Ams.
All right, well, Eddie, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to hearing more from you from the Boca Raton Championship as the tournament draws closer.
Thank you kindly.
Thanks, Ed, and we look forward to hearing more from you in the coming weeks. Up next, we get a recap of the historic Massachusetts Mid-Amateur Championship, and spoiler alert, Shannon Johnson was involved, as Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues. Hi, and welcome back. I'm Meredith Gorman. The Massachusetts Golf Association's Mid-Amateur Championship had something new and something old this year. New was the fact that a woman competed after qualifying, and old, or maybe just mature, was the eventual champion. Don Coyne files this report.
The rain-shortened 35th Mass Mid-Am at Plymouth Country Club was one for the record books. Shortened from 54 to 36 holes, former champ Mike Califf, who had a one-shot lead after a 3-under in the first round, struggled early. 2 over through 5, but on the par 4 300-yard drivable sixth, nearly an ace.
Haven't had a hole-in-one with a driver. I've had some other ones, but I've never had one with a driver. So that was a little bit out of frustration of how I was playing early. So it was got up there and swung pretty hard and got lucky.
How'd you not put that one in?
I don't know. I needed just a little more. It's nice to not have to sweat over a kick-in eagle.
Shannon Johnson made history as the first female to qualify and compete in the Massachusetts Mid-Am Championship.
I was kind of going in with really low expectations, but yeah, having qualified for the event.
She tied for 48th with a 76, following up on her opening round 73.
But it's an awesome experience, and I would do it all over again. Yeah, hopefully we can bring a little more attention than to the the women's side of the game, but also to the men's tournaments, and it was great.
Other than Califf, members of the final two groups struggled and fell from contention. That opened the door for veterans like Jack Kearney, who just missed a birdie on 17 to get even, but he would take the clubhouse lead at even with a 40-foot birdie on 18. And 9-time Player of the Year and 9-time Mid-Am champ Frank Vanna Jr. was also even on 17. Vanna just missed a birdie on 17 and then on 18, so he tied Kearney at even in the clubhouse.
I didn't know until the end. Mike just said, hey, keep playing well. Good things will happen, my caddy, and so I did, and he got done, and surprisingly, it was a nice surprise. Jack was even already as well. So
that left it up to see how the struggling Califf would do. He dropped several shots to fall to even. It was a three-way playoff starting on 18. Vanna to tee off first.
it was nice to draw one and just get one in the fairway and feel good about that.
His competition both struggled off the tee, and both had to scramble just to get bogeys on the hole, while Vanna stiffed his approach and needed a two-putt to win his record 10th Mid-Am.
Feels great. Oh, hey, I always say it's great to win. It's hard to win, and it's always fun and satisfying. I feel fortunate to have won a bunch of times. It's kind of nice to get off the 9 number. I had 9 of these, had 9 Player of the Years. It's nice maybe to get 10 now, but it's icing on the cake for sure.
For Golf Destination, I'm Don Coyne reporting.
Thanks, Don, and congratulations to Frank Vanna. You're not old, just very experienced. Still ahead, we'll take a look at a fall tradition for those lucky few, a trip to Fisher's Island Club in New York. Welcome back to Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm your host, Meredith Gorman. Sometimes it's about the journey, but when you arrive at Fisher's Island Club, it is much more than that.
Okay, well, here we are at Fisher's Island. Not as impressive as I thought it might be, but no, I'm just kidding. This is the dock where we get on the boat at Wild Bill's Bait and Tackle to head over to Fisher's Island. We'll see you over there. Views on boats and going to play golf.
What is better than that, fella? So,
doesn't get better than this. Here we are at the 4th hole. This is one of the best holes I've ever seen. And a little hard with the wind. Fisher's Island was pretty good, huh? Fabulous. Hey Marcello, what do you think of Fisher's Island?
Hey, how you doing? This place is awesome.
Back to the boat. Gotta go catch our captain.
If you ever have a chance to play Fishers, no matter what the season is, don't waste the opportunity. Thank you for joining us this week on Golf Destination. Join us every day on our social media channels. There you'll find unique content and updates on all of our social media platforms. Turn on notifications on your Instagram so you can see our posts the moment they go up. Plus, watch old episodes commercial-free on our YouTube channel. Visit golfdestination.tv for all of the links. We hope you enjoyed the show, and don't forget to add us on your DVR or cloud library so you'll never miss an episode on NESN or Fox Sports Sun, even when you aren't at home. Thanks for joining us. For Golf Destination, I'm Meredith Gorman.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings of Bermuda, the taste of Bermuda. The Preserve, New England's only four-season sporting community. Avidia Bank. Delta, keep climbing. Presented by Sociable, original social media programming.